Welcome everybody to my first ever instructional video on YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to properly use a hole saw with a laminate countertop. Rule number one you want to make sure is when you're doing this type of surface, a laminate surface, that you drill with your hole saw from the bottom of the counter. Don't ever drill into the laminate material itself, otherwise you can risk fraying and cracking. So here's the countertop I'm going to use, the good laminate sides on the bottom. Rule number two is get a bunch of masking tape and mask underneath where the hole is going to cut through, and this also is a redundancy plan which will also help to alleviate any fraying or cracking. Rule number three, pre-drill a smaller hole where the center will be for your hole, and that will allow this drill bit here to fit in there for a good start. And also what I like to make sure is I'm staying far enough away from the edge so I don't risk any cracking of the plywood or the laminate out to the edge. So I like to come in at least a minimum of 1 inch from the edge, and then come in maybe another inch from there if you have a 2-inch hole saw or thereabouts, so that'll give you enough edge here to protect anything from cracking along the edge. Rule number four, I believe, and very, very important, most important thing I learned from the Menards associate, is when you're going to be doing a hole saw with laminate, there's a special type of hole saw that you have to use that has this surface on here that's not just standard teeth. It almost has a feel like roofing material or roofing shingles. And the name of the company that manufactures it is a company called Remgrit. And there's different sizes that you can get. For this application, I wasn't able to get, Menards nor Home Depot had a big enough circle for my plastic grommet, so I had to go a little bit smaller. So what we'll do after I get this hole drilled is I'll show you step two, using this to just drill out the final hole so we can fit this and we'll slip right in place. So let's get started. And also, when you're doing this, you can take your time. There's no need to push down really hard and race through. They recommend just taking your time and slowly working through. So I've got this nice cordless 14-volt DeWalt, and I've got it on speed 2, drill speed, the faster one. And I'll just go ahead and put this bit in my pre-drilled hole and get started, and just put moderate pressure straight down through until you break through and hit the masking tape on the other side, and you're good to go. So as you can see here, slowly worked our way and got the hole drilled, and then you'll see on this hole saw here, nice clean cut in the end through the masking tape, and there's your remnants. At the bottom of the counter, the compressed plywood, and there's the laminate countertop. Nice clean cut, good to go. So then the next step is, because now hopefully you guys can find a bigger hole saw to match the size of your grommet, but I wasn't able to, as I mentioned before. So what you'll need to do then is open your new grommet, and rather than measuring things out, I just find it easier and simpler just to go ahead and start running circles with a DeWalt with this sander piece, and keep trying to fit this up in until you get a nice snug fit. This is another really cool tool that I found at Menards. It's basically a little rubber piece that plugs into the DeWalt, and there's a little nut on here that you loosen first, and then that makes this rubber seal smaller. You can buy these different grit sandpaper packages. Start with the roughest grit. You can buy a full pack. Take this, insert it in there, tighten down that nut, and that'll keep it in place. You just simply put that in your screw gun. Again, keep it on high speed, number 2. Come in here, start rotating clockwise with the rotation of the sandpaper, and work that around in nice even circles for as long as it takes until your grommet slips in nice and easy. And thank you. I hope this helps you all out on your first laminate countertop and grommet, and look forward to doing more videos. Have a good day. Thanks.